Hello, and welcome back to Left Bench Baseball, where instead of playing baseball, we sit on the sidelines and discuss. The annual Rookie of the Year award highlights the top rookie from the American League and National League. The award suggests a future of promise and stardom for its recipients, but do the careers of Rookie of the Year winners typically pan out compared to these lofty expectations? In this video, I went back and looked at the career outcomes of every Rookie of the Year winner of the 2010s. To evaluate the careers of these winners, I put them into 5 tiers: Solid Major Leaguer, All-Star, Elite, Hall of Fame level, and All-Time Great. I excluded winners from the 2020s in this video as they haven't had long enough careers to be fairly compared to 10-year vets. Many of the players featured on this list have different career lengths, making total WAR numbers unfair in comparison. To account for this, I weighed FWAR per 650 more heavily, as this stat calculates a player's average WAR total over 650 plate appearances, aka one full season. For starting pitchers, I swapped out 650 plate appearances for 180 innings, as I felt this was a similar sample size. For relievers, I did FWAR per 60 innings. But WAR numbers were not valued highly for the relievers on this list, as the stat naturally puts them at a disadvantage with their limited usage. If you enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, as more baseball content like this is on the way. If you disagree with any rankings in this video, please let me know in the comment section down below. While 20 players received Rookie of the Year honors in the 2010s, only 19 are featured in this video. This is because 2013 National League Rookie of the Year winner Jose Fernandez had his career tragically cut short. He died in a boating accident in 2016 at just 24 years old. His 4-year career was dominant, and he would have comfortably made the elite tier if not for his untimely passing. The first member of the Solid Major Leaguer tier is 2010 American League Rookie of the Year Neftali Feliz. Feliz was the closer for a Rangers team that won the pennant for the first time in franchise history, posting a 2.73 ERA, recording 40 saves, and making the All-Star team as a rookie. Unfortunately for Feliz, this was the best season of his career. While he had a few seasons with decent ERA numbers, a low strikeout-to-walk ratio showed a reliever with bad underlying metrics. After pitching to a 5.48 ERA across 40 innings in 2017, Feliz was out of Major League Baseball. He did return unceremoniously in 2021, pitching 4 innings for the Phillies and Dodgers. Across his career, Feliz pitched 393 1/3 MLB innings, with a 3.55 ERA and 4.06 FIP. He had 4 career FWAR. Next up is 2011 American League Rookie of the Year Jeremy Hellickson. Hellickson pitched to a 2.95 ERA over 189 innings in 2011, comfortably winning Rookie of the Year. However, this level of play was clearly unsustainable, as Hellickson had the 9th worst K-to-walk percentage in baseball at 5.8% and a FIP at 4.44. His regression came in 2013, when he had a dreadful 5.17 ERA in 174 innings. Hellickson struggled thereafter, but enjoyed a resurgent 2016 with the Phillies, with a 3.71 ERA, 3.89 FIP, and a career-high 3.4 FWAR. He hung up the spikes after the 2019 season. All in all, Jeremy Hellickson had a career 4.13 ERA, 4.55 FIP, 10.7 FWAR, and 1.5 FWAR per 180 innings. While his career got off to a hot start, massive red flags in Hellickson's game made it unsurprising things turned out the way they did. Yet another American League Rookie of the Year appears next, with 2016 winner Michael Fulmer. The right-handers faced lots of adversity, but his career started with promise. He threw 159 innings in 2016 with a 3.06 ERA and 3.76 FIP, racking up 3.1 FWAR. Fulmer made the All-Star team in his second season, posting a career-high 3.6 FWAR. Injuries took a toll on his career thereafter. He struggled in 2018, then suffered a torn UCL and missed all of 2019. And pitched to an 8.78 ERA in 2020. After moving to the bullpen the following season, Fulmer saw some success, pitching to a 3.17 ERA across 133 1/3 innings in 2021 and 2022. After taking a step back in 2023, Fulmer suffered another elbow injury and missed all of 2024. At 31 years old, Fulmer has 674 career innings pitched, with a 3.94 ERA, 4 FIP, 10.5 FWAR, and 0.9 FWAR per 60 innings. He is currently signed to the Red Sox and will return to the mound in 2025. Headlining the Solid Major Leaguer tier, we have our first position player in Will Myers. The 2013 American League Rookie of the Year had an excellent first 88 games in the show, with a 130 WRC+ and 2.3 FWAR. However, like Fulmer, Myers suffered a litany of injuries over his career, and never repeated this level of success over a full season. He was dealt to the Padres in 2015 and enjoyed his best full season in 2016 when he made the All-Star game, sporting a 114 WRC+ and a career-high 3.4 F4. The 60-game 2020 year marked Myers' best production, as he had a 155 WRC+ and 2.2 F4 in 55 games for Slam Diego. His career ended unceremoniously in 2023, when he was released by the Cincinnati Reds after just 37 games. Myers had a career 107 WRC+, 252, 326, 437 slash line, 15.2 F4, and 2.3 F4 per 650. All in all, he was a good ball player, just not a star. Beginning the All-Star tier is our first National League Rookie of the Year, 2019 winner Pete Alonso. The first baseman had a historic rookie season, breaking the record for most home runs ever hit by a rookie with 53. He tallied a 144 WRC+ and 4.7 F4. While he hasn't matched his 2019 WAR total since, Alonso has remained a clear top 10 first baseman in baseball. He has 4 straight 30-plus home run seasons and smacked 40 in 2022 and 2023. He's made 4 All-Star teams and has won the Home Run Derby twice. Pete Alonso has been a really good Major League player thus far, with a 131 WRC+, 249, 339, 514 slash line, 17.3 F4, and 3.1 F4 per 650. He is second in MLB in home runs since his debut with 226. A player like Pete Alonso sitting at the bottom of the All-Star tier is a testament to just how good the talent ahead of him has been. Ahead of Pete Alonso by the slightest margin is 2014 American League Rookie of the Year, Jose Abreu. Coming over from Cuba as a 27-year-old rookie in 2014, Abreu was incredible, with a 167 WRC+ and 5.3 F4 in 145 games. He never repeated his absurd rookie season, but was still a great hitter. From 2014 to 2022, the first baseman had a 133 WRC+, 28.3 F4, 3.3 F4 per 650, and made 3 All-Star teams. He won AL MVP in 2020 with a 164 WRC+ and 2.9 F4 in 60 games. His career fell off a cliff when he joined the Houston Astros in November of 2022. As an Astro, Abreu had a putrid 72 WRC+ and negative 1.9 F4. Despite this, he still holds a career 126 WRC+, 283, 345, 488 slash line, 26.3 F4, and 2.7 F4 per 650. Alonso's career numbers are slightly better right now, but Abreu's stats crashed in his ages 36 and 37 seasons, which Alonso is yet to experience as he sits in the midst of his prime. 2017 NL Rookie of the Year Cody Bellinger sits in the same tier as Abreu and Alonso, but with a different story, as the former Dodger has experienced massive peaks and valleys. Bellinger's career kicked off with a bang, as he had a 138 WRC+, 39 homers, and 4 F4 in 132 games as a first baseman. Then, he won the MVP in 2019 at 23 years old as a Gold Glove right fielder, posting an incredible 161 WRC+, 47 homers, and 7.9 F4. Just 2 years later, he was one of the worst players in baseball, with negative 1 F4 and a 47 WRC+. Bellinger's struggles extended to 2022, and after the season he was non-tendered by the Dodgers and signed with the Cubs. A change of scenery did wonders, as Bellinger rebounded in 2023 with the second best season of his career. His chaotic career numbers balance out to an above-average baseball player. Bellinger holds a career 118 WRC+, 259, 334, 484 triple slash, 24 F4, and 3.8 F4 per 650 in 8 seasons. He has an MVP season and 2 All-Star appearances on his resume. The final player in the All-Star tier is 2015 National League Rookie of the Year, Kris Bryant. Bryant likely would have made the elite tier if he hadn't turned into a ghost after signing with the Rockies. The third baseman had a storybook start to his career. In 2015, he had a 136 WRC+ and 6.1 F4 as he unanimously won Rookie of the Year. He continued his picture-perfect start with an MVP-winning 2016 season that was capped off with a World Series trophy that ended the Cubs' 108-year World Series drought. Kris Bryant's Cubs tenure was phenomenal. In 6.5 seasons with the club, he had a 136 WRC+, 30.5 F4, and 5.5 F4 per 650. That being said, his career did not end in 2021. While Jose Abreu regressed in his mid to late 30s, Chris Bryant fell off a cliff at just 31 years old. Since the start of 2023, Bryant has a 73 WRC plus and negative 1.9 F4, only playing in 117 games over this span. As of now, he holds a 127 career WRC plus, a 274, 370, 485 triple slash, 29.7 F4, and 4.3 F4 per 650. He still had a great career as a one-time MVP and three-time All-Star, but sadly, it appears he'll go out in a way that nobody could have imagined 5 years ago. We now enter the elite tier, starting with the American League's best rookie from 10 years ago, Carlos Correa. At just 20 years old, Correa wasted no time cementing himself as a star in the show, with a 136 WRC plus and 3.4 F4 in 99 games. The shortstop dealt with some injuries in Houston, but missed time didn't hold Correa back from stardom. From 2015 to 2021, he had a 128 WRC plus, 27.9 F4, and 5.5 F4 per 650, capping off this stretch with 6.3 WAR, a Platinum Glove, and a 5th place MVP finish in 2021. You can't tell the story of Carlos Correa without mentioning his postseason success, as the shortstop is tied for the 10th most postseason homers in MLB history, and holds an 860 career OPS in October. 2022 and 2023 were pure madness for Correa. He shocked the baseball world when he signed with the Minnesota Twins in 2022. He opted out of his contract after one season, signed two $300+ million contracts with the Giants and Mets, and failed both physicals due to concerns over an ankle injury suffered in 2014. He ultimately re-signed with the Twins. Correa had the worst season of his career in 2023 before bouncing back in 2024. The three-time All-Star has been one of the game's elite shortstops for a decade, with a 127 WRC+, 275, 354, 472 slash line, 5.2 F4 per 650, and 38.1 F4, which is the 15th most in MLB since his debut. Slightly ahead of Correa, we have another shortstop in Corey Seager. Seager had an incredible first 27 games in the show in 2015 and kept that momentum rolling into his first full season, posting a 136 WRC plus and 5.2 F4 as he unanimously won Rookie of the Year and placed third in MVP voting. Seager's first few years in the show were great, but he cemented himself into the history books in the 2020 postseason, when he swatted 8 home runs and posted a 1.171 OPS, winning NLCS and World Series MVP for the Dodgers. Seager became one of the richest men in baseball 1 year later, signing a 10-year, $325 million contract with the Rangers in the winter of 2021. Arlington is where Seager enjoyed the best season of his career in 2023. The man raked, posting a 171 WRC plus and accumulating 6.3 F4 in just 119 games on his way to his second place finish in MVP voting. Seager wasn't done yet, as he led the Rangers to their first World Series victory in team history, winning World Series MVP with a 1.133 OPS across the postseason. The Rangers superstar has had a brilliant career. He has a 136 career WRC+, a 290, 360, 512 slash line, 37.1 F4, and 5.4 F4 per 650. Seager has made 5 All-Star teams, despite playing 130 plus games just 4 times. 2019 American League Rookie of the Year Yordan Alvarez sits slightly ahead of players like Corey Seager and Carlos Correa, which may surprise some, but I think that's merely a sign of how underrated Alvarez has been. The lefty slugger set the tone in 2019, with a 177 WRC plus and 3.8 F4 across 87 games. It's been more of the same ever since for Alvarez. Even in 2021, his worst season as a pro, he was still 37% better than league average as a hitter. 2022 has been his best year so far, as Alvarez placed third in MVP voting with a 185 WRC+, a number only Aaron Judge has reached in a full season since 2019. Yordan is undeniably a top 3 hitter in the game. Since his debut, Alvarez's 166 WRC+ is the second highest in baseball. He's a 3-time All-Star, and despite being a DH, is tied for the 5th highest F4 per 650 on this list at 5.7. Alvarez has a 298, 390, 583 slash line, and 23.3 career F4. With the losses of Kyle Tucker and Alex Bregman, and Jose Altuve turning 35 this year, Alvarez shapes up to be the face of the Houston Astros for years to come. Just in front of Alvarez is 2018 National League Rookie of the Year, Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna lit the world on fire as a 20-year-old in his first 111 games, beating out Juan Soto for Rookie of the Year with a 141 WRC+ and 4.4 F4. The Braves right fielder is an extraordinary talent when healthy, but unfortunately, we've been robbed of multiple seasons of Acuna. In 2021, he tore his ACL halfway through the season and had to sit on the sidelines and watch as the Braves won the World Series. He was clearly still recovering from this injury in 2022 as he was far off his typical production. Acuna was finally healthy in 2023 and showed us we can do across a full 162. He recorded the first 40-70 season in MLB history, hitting to the tune of a 171 WRC+ and totaling 9.1 F4. Sadly, the injury bug bit back in 2024 as he tore his ACL again after just 49 games. The 2023 NL MVP has 4 All-Star appearances, a 141 WRC+, a 289, 379, 525 triple slash, 28.3 F4, and 5.7 F4 per 650. At just 27 years old, Acuna has plenty of time to bounce back and put his transcendent talent on display. Rounding out the elite tier is one of the greatest relievers of all time, Craig Kimbrell. 2024 was a really bad year for Kimbrell, but please don't let that make you forget just how good he was. Kimbrell won National League Rookie of the Year in 2011 with a 2.1 ERA, 1.52 FIP, and 2.8 F4 across 77 innings. From 2010 to 2018, he was unhittable. He pitched 532.2 innings with a 1.91 ERA, 1.96 FIP, and 14.7 Ks per 9. Kimbrell's 14.06 Ks per 9 is the 5th highest rate in MLB history, as are his 440 career saves. No matter how you slice it, we are discussing one of the most unhittable pitchers in MLB history in his prime. Kimbrell's pitched 809 2/3 career innings, with a 2.59 ERA, 2.58 FIP, 21.5 F4, and 1.6 F4 per 60 innings. While late career struggles may keep Kimbrell out of the Hall of Fame, his 9-year run of dominance gives him a shot. Beginning the Hall of Fame tier is 2012 National League Rookie of the Year, Bryce Harper. Harper wasted no time proving declarations of him being the chosen one as a 16-year-old right, excelling in the majors as a 19-year-old rookie, posting a 121 WRC+ and 4.4 F4. After 2 decent seasons, the Wonderkind went nuclear in 2015, posting a 197 WRC+ and 9.3 F4 in an NL MVP winning campaign. Harper seemed destined to sign a record-shattering contract once he hit free agency, but the sweepstakes for his services following the 2018 season underwhelmed, as Harper didn't sign until spring training, but eventually inked a 13-year, $330 million contract with the Phillies. This contract has aged brilliantly. The superstar won his 2nd MVP award in 2021, becoming one of 5 players at the time to win an MVP for multiple teams. Harper's come through countless times in October with a 1.153 postseason OPS in Philadelphia. For his career, Harper has a 142 WRC+, a 281, 389, 522 slash line, 52.5 F4, and 4.8 F4 per 650. Alongside his 2 MVPs, Harper's 8 All-Star nods. Despite coming up on his 14th year in the show, Harper's only 32 years old, younger than superstars like Aaron Judge and Jose Ramirez. The highest ranking pitcher on this list is 2014 National League Rookie of the Year, Jacob deGrom. As a 26-year-old rookie, deGrom was phenomenal, with a 2.69 ERA and 3.6 F4 across 140.1 innings pitched. After 3 solid seasons, deGrom had a legendary 2018 campaign. He tossed a career-high 217 innings, with an ERA at 1.7, a FIP at 1.99, and 9 F4. He comfortably won his first Cy Young Award. deGrom won Cy Young again in 2019 with a 2.43 ERA and a National League leading 6.9 F4. 2021 Jacob deGrom is the best version of a starting pitcher any of us have seen in our lifetimes. While he only pitched 92 innings, deGrom had a 1.08 ERA and a 3.73 ERA+, meaning he was 273% better than the average pitcher. All-time greats like Pedro Martinez, Bob Gibson, and Randy Johnson never even got close to this number. deGrom struck out 146 batters and walked 11 for an impossible 13.27 strikeout to walk ratio. I could talk about deGrom's 2021 season all day, but you get the point. Unfortunately, Injuries have been the story of Jacob deGrom this decade, as he hasn't pitched 100 innings in a season since 2019. This may ultimately keep him out of the Hall of Fame, but he was truly one of one in his prime. His 5.41 strikeout to walk rate is the best in MLB history. In 1,367 innings pitched, deGrom has a 2.52 ERA, 2.59 FIP, 43 F4, and 5.5 F4 per 180. We can only hope the Texas Ranger reminds everyone just how good he is in 2025. Closing out the Hall of Fame tier is the best catcher of the 21st century, Buster Posey. The 2010 NL Rookie of the Year broke out with a 134 WRC+ and 3.9 F4 in 108 games as a 23-year-old. But it was Posey's first full season, 2012, where it all came together. As the second best pitch framer in baseball, Posey managed a National League leading 164 WRC+ and 9.8 F4 as he won NL MVP for a Giants team who won its second World Series in 3 years. This was the start of a 6-year stretch of dominance for Posey. From 2012 to 2017, the Giants catcher was the best framer in baseball by a wide margin, while excelling at the plate with a 136 WRC+. He tallied 42.4 F4 and 7.6 F4 per 650, both the second highest marks in MLB. After struggling through the worst season of his career in 2019 and opting out of the 2020 season, Posey came back for one last dance in 2021, and he did not disappoint. He excelled at the plate with a 141 WRC+, his best mark in 7 years, and totaled 5.3 F4 in 113 games as the Giants won the NL West with a record of 107-55. Across his 12-year career, Posey had a 129 WRC+, a 302, 372, 460 slash line, 57.9 F4, and 6.7 F4 per 650. Some may be surprised to see the 7-time All-Star and 3-time World Series champ ranked this highly. But don't get it twisted, Buster Posey was an absolute superstar. We begin the all-time great tier with Yankee captain Aaron Judge. Judge had one of the best rookie seasons in MLB history in 2017, breaking Mark McGwire's record for most home runs ever by a rookie with 52. He had a 174 WRC+, 8.7 F4, and placed second in MVP voting. Judge was phenomenal in the following 4 years, with a 147 WRC+ and 6 F4 per 650, but elevated himself into another echelon of stardom in 2022, as he began one of the greatest 3-year peaks in MLB history. In 2022, Judge broke the American League record for home runs in a season with 62, and won AL MVP behind a 206 WRC+ and 11.1 F4. 2 years later, he was somehow even better. In 2024, Judge had the greatest season by a right-handed hitter in MLB history with a 218 WRC+. He topped his 2022 WAR total with 11.2 F4 and fell just short of his second 60-homer season, this time finishing with 58 long balls. This unreal season won him his second MVP award. Over a bit more than 1,800 plate appearances from 2022 to 2024, Judge had 157 home runs, a 202 WRC+, 27 F4, and 9.4 F4 per 650. The greatest power hitter of this generation, Judge was the fastest player in MLB history to 300 home runs by over 100 games. He has a career 173 WRC+, the highest on this list, and a 288, 406, 604 slash line, 51.4 F4, and 7.7 F4 per 650. While Judge has some playoff demons to exercise, I believe the 6-time All-Star will overcome his October struggles. Putting Mike Trout at number 2 was extremely difficult, but this is where he lands. Trout had an unbelievable rookie season in 2012, with a 167 WRC+ and 10.1 F4 in 139 games as a 20-year-old. Trout's sophomore season was just as good, as he posted another 10 WAR season as a 21-year-old. Mike Trout is a generational talent. In the 9 seasons he's played 110 plus games, he's never finished below 6 F4. From 2012 to 2019, Trout had a 174 WRC+ in center field, racking up 70.5 F4 and 8.9 F4 per 650. He had the most WAR of the 2010s by 18.4, and he barely played in the first 2 seasons of the decade. To be completely honest, he should have won 6 MVPs, but his 3 are still great. I've talked a lot about Mike Trout's 20s, but sadly, there isn't much to cover in his 30s. His most games played since his age 28 season is 119, and in the last 2 seasons combined, he's played 111. This past season, he snapped a streak of 11 straight All-Star appearances, as he played in just 26 games. Trout has been robbed of the spotlight thanks to the Angels' incompetence, as he's played in just 3 playoff games, getting swept by the Royals in 2014. Nonetheless, Trout is a legend and a future Inner Circle Hall of Famer. He holds a career 169 WRC+, 299, 410, 581 triple slash, 85.7 F4, and 8.4 F4 per 650. We can only hope that Trout shakes the injury bug and returns to October before it's all said and done. Only one man can rank ahead of Mike Trout, and that's his former teammate, Shohei Ohtani. Winning American League Rookie of the Year in 2018, Shohei gave us a brief view of his two-way stardom, with a 149 WRC+ in 114 games as a hitter, and a 3.31 ERA in 51 2/3 innings as a pitcher. After dealing with injury in 2019 and 2020, Ohtani proved that not only could he survive as a two-way player, but he could be incredible doing both. He won his first MVP in 2021, with a 150 WRC+ and a 3.18 ERA, combining for 8 F4. The scary thing about Ohtani is he just keeps getting better. In 2022, he was a legit Cy Young candidate, placing 4th with a 2.33 ERA while still being great at the plate. The only thing that stopped him from winning MVP was a superhuman season from Aaron Judge. Ohtani was once again insane in 2023, this time elevating himself to new heights as a hitter with a 179 WRC+, as he won his second MVP in 3 years with 8.9 F4 in just 135 games. After signing a 10-year, $700 million contract with the Dodgers in the offseason, Ohtani couldn't pitch in 2024 due to a torn UCL. However, he still found a way to do things never done before with his new team, as he managed to go 50-50 with 54 home runs and 59 stolen bases. He posted a 181 WRC+, totaled 9.1 F4, and became the first player in MLB history to win MVP as a designated hitter. And to top off this incredible 2024 season, Ohtani and the Dodgers won the World Series. Ohtani's lowest WAR total since 2021 is 8, and he's won 3 MVPs in 4 years. As a hitter, he has a 153 WRC+, a 282, 371, 575 slash line, 28.6 F4, and 5.2 F4 per 650. As a pitcher, he has a 3.01 ERA, 3.31 FIP, 11.8 F4, and 4.4 F4 per 180. There has never been a player like Shohei Ohtani. Appreciate his greatness while you can, as we may never see anyone like him again. In conclusion, Rookie of the Year winners in the 2010s generally went on to have great MLB careers. 15 of the 19 players featured in this video have made multiple All-Star teams, 9 have won an MVP award, and 4 have won multiple. Every position player on this list was at least a solid starter according to WAR. However, success amongst pitchers who won the award was not as strong. While just 5 pitchers are on this list, 3 of them are in the lowest tier. The 2020s have seen some strong Rookie of the Year winners so far, and it'll be interesting to see how their careers pan out in comparison to the winners who came before them. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, as more baseball content like this is on the way. If you'd like to check out my previous videos, they're linked to this one. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.